Hey everybody, it's Mark. It is June 4th, Tuesday, June 4th, and I'm back at the nest area. Some interesting things. I was out here yesterday, but it was 90 degrees. It was just way too hot for them to be out. I wasn't going to get any action. Today's a little bit rainy, a lot cooler. It's not going to be 90 degrees today. I did work across the other side of the ravine for a couple miles, like I said I would, but I didn't find a whole lot of sign. It was very, scarce versus this for a while. Yeah, I did run across some stuff, but nothing on an elaborate shelter scale such as this. Now, I did leave some apples. They have been coming through here and taking my gifts. The corn that I left, as you can see, they left a piece of the husk leaves. It's all yellowed now, but they left it there. There's also an apple that has a bite out of it, looks like. They stuck it there. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe a human did that or whatever. But they left 2 apples on the gifting rock that I left yesterday. They left 2 and took the others. So, and this one has a bite out of it. So somebody, I don't know if, they've come through here, but it looks like somebody's been through here yesterday after I left. But it was so hot. It was 90 degrees yesterday, and there was just no way at all that I was going to get any action, because this time of year, going into summer, on those 90 degree days, you're talking about a humongous being that's going to need lots of water, and it was just too hot. There's no point for them to be out. Now, at the gifting rock here above the shelter, above the nest, I left some apples, and quite a few. They left 2, and it's still covered up under the wood. So they actually took 2 and set one over here on the nest, which I didn't do. So, but the corn was eaten. There's another piece of the husk leaves shoved down in there. So see, and there's another one there. So they took the corn and they're eating it. They threw the husk leaves just everywhere. There's a trail of them going down into the ravine. But like I said, I went for a couple miles up there yesterday, and I didn't find a whole lot of sign. I kind of scrapped all that video, and I'm back out here again today because it's, like I said, it's cooler. It's not going to be 90 degrees today. It's lightly sprinkling, a lot cooler. So I have a better chance of them being out today. It rained a little bit overnight, so the ground's a little muddy, which is good. It'll cover all the noise I'm making, traipsing through the forest here. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing today in short segments, possibly, we'll see how it goes, is that I am going to be doing some follow-up on some stills that I took up there on top of the ridge. Something that Dr. Matthew Johnson had made a point of on his Team Squatchin' page on Facebook. And it's not to be mean. It's, most researchers that are out here doing this field research, we already know they exist. That's a given. We know in our hearts that they're in our forests. But what we just want to do, and the point he's making is, let's tighten it up a little bit and make sure that stumps, if we're seeing stumps and so forth that resemble, a large primate, that we double check. We go to the area, we double check and make sure that we're not misleading ourselves more so than the Bigfoot world in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow up on a couple of the stills. that I took, mainly the big black guy, I found yesterday. I found where he went, and I found exactly how he operates on that ridge, on that cliff, and why he was able to get down into the ravine real quietly like he did. So I'm going to head back down there so I can show you. Also, because it's overcast today, I don't have the sun in my face, which is a really good thing. I'm happy about. I can produce the sun flare. Something. I'm getting whoops too. Something up here. So we're going to scan the area and verify these. They were here last night. I basically scrapped everything I did yesterday because the heat. I had no action. It was so hot out here. I went through water like crazy. This is more to their liking too. It's nice and cool today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, take a better look at the secondary nest. This is the secondary one. Now what's really cool about this is, it's like a canopy. You can see where everything's been twisted and brought down like a canopy. And right underneath here, there's some nice soft grass. You can sit up against this log or sleep here. You can see if I look up, this has been made like a canopy. So this is really cool. How they built this one. And I can see that some stuff is new, so they have been in here. But this is obviously a layup underneath it. It's not as elaborate as the other shelter down there, but it is, again, the area is highly marked. Lots of sign in here. Now, as I went up into the other side yesterday, there was a lot of caves, a lot of really neat, deep caves. And but I didn't find any elaborate structures like this. It was really light sign, arches, and I could tell that they had been through there. Kind of making a trail, breaking a tree for the ones that are behind them or so forth, marking up the trail that they use. But they didn't. They didn't make any elaborate structures such as this, so. But I did find a cave that it's been hollowed out just down here where the big black Sasquatch was watching me on that cliff up there. I found right below in the ravine, I found a cave with some running water, a couple caves actually, and I believe that's where he retreated into that day when he showed up on film. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do here is I took a picture, a still that I released over here, from over here, of what appeared to be, I thought, after viewing the stills, that it may have been a dog man. I believe it was a squatch. It was dog face looking though, zooming in on it on the stills. But anyways, I'm going to verify that real quick and just show you. Look at this. Totally interesting the way they manipulate wood. Oh, wow. Now, the still I took, he was back behind this log here, looking at me. Now, if I go over here, okay. See, he was behind this rock, behind this stump here. I gotta be careful of these caves today. He was right here. So the still that I took wasn't that good. It was really blob squatchy, but it appeared that he was looking at me, and I was down there looking at me, peeking at me around this log here. He may, from the appearances, either he was extremely big, or he was kind of hunched down, or he was squatting behind the log on this rock. But I gotta take a look at this, because this I did not see before. Okay, look at this. This is eerie looking here. I don't recall seeing this, so they've been through here. And somebody was messing with those apples last night, so they definitely were in here last night. Hopefully I get some action today, that it's nice and cloudy and cool. Okay, let's move on to the next one over here. I'm hearing things move around, shifting around out there as I'm moving. Okay, now, see, there's the tree over there that he was peeking around. And down here is the ravine. So somehow, when I was up here, he was just feet away from me, and he zipped back down the cliff, which was amazing that I didn't hear him. But I figured out what he's been doing, or how he traverses down the cliff here. He may be here this morning. I'm getting the feeling I'm being watched. See that little grouping of sticks I was curious about? It doesn't look like it was put there natural. He likes this area. He likes it a lot. Or they do. And I found the area where they're at. So let me just show you over here. Now, I was making my way up the hill here, just like this. And he was right back here behind this tree. Now, as you can see, I'm on top of a cliff. So I was working along this game trail here, just looking at the rocks. Now, if you turn around, this is where he was back here. Now see what he did, where I believe he was. Well, he was here, but he was on this cliff. Now see, if you come down here like this, you can see this large tree. It's been laid against the cliff. Now, you can step down here. There's a ledge right here, see? So there's a ledge right here. And what he did, it appears to me, if you notice, he just went toom, 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 and into the ravine right down here. So he used this log, or he just climbed up the cliff here. These are almost like natural steps. Now underneath here, as I'm going to head down here, there's a series of caves and some water that's dripping off one of them, running down this ravine. And one of the caves I'm going to show you appears to be hollowed out. But this is where he was. He was hiding right here on this ledge. So as I was up there filming along those rocks, I was actually looking at a stump up there that was kind of weird. When I turned around and came back, this is back where he was. Along this. I gotta verify the exact tree here, so let me get my bearings. Let's see. It all looks new when you come back over here. See? He was down there on that ledge of the cliff, overlooking the overlooking the ravine. See, I came to this path here. Now, I wasn't sure. And that is kind of hard to get down there, but once you go down, and I'll get around there. But once you get down there, there's a large series of caves that run along this side of the ravine. And that's where he retreated to. He went right in there. So let's see if I can find the way I went yesterday. I was all up in there yesterday. I might get up here in a little while up there. Next segment, maybe. Yeah, here we go. See, this cave is, this one here is kind of neat. Looks like somebody's been in there sleeping. But it's kind of small. But anyways, let's see if I can find the way I came down yesterday. See, he had total access all the way around down here. Okay, I'm heading in the right way. See, down here is going to be the cave I know he retreated into. Now this is neat, this cave down here. But I want to show this over here. See, this tree right here has been broke and laid across the ridge. So that rock and that tree is where he was peeking at me from. As I was up there. And he just came down here, nice and easy, like it was nothing. And I still can't believe I didn't hear him. It's amazing, they're quiet as a mouse. See, you can see. See, he came. I couldn't find any prints or anything, but right around the bend, he just right up that cliff. So, it's amazing though that he was able to move and get to this cave over here. Like it was nothing, without a noise. I'm trying to stabilize the camera, but as you can see, whoa, this isn't very easy. I'm going to try and go down the way I went yesterday. I gotta be careful because there's a cave just over here that goes deep under this rock. It's been hollowed out. You can see somebody's been in there. Now there's water dripping off this ravine, off this cave here. So it's really mossy and you can hear the water dripping. So it makes all the sense in the world why they were here, or why they've been using this area, because they're staying close to the water now that it's summer. It's going to be vitally important, no matter what anybody thinks water is going to be the most important factor in the Rockies. I mean, it was 90 degrees out here yesterday. It was hot. So, one, I knew they wouldn't be active because of the heat, and two, they're going to be close to the water. So basically all I've done is try and figure out the path he took to get down here, and I found it. To get down into the ravine. And just as I had presumed, they are staying very close to the water. Now, I gotta be careful because a bear might be using this den, or a lion. I'm kind of in a bad position to be sitting here, like that, going down here. There's a sandbar here. But if you look right around the bend here, there's a cave that goes underneath this huge rock. This is where I believe he retreated to. He came down here, boom, 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 from spying on me up there. Came down that cliff and somehow traversed this ravine, quiet as can be, into this cave area where the water's running. See, this cave has been used. So he's been hanging out up in here. See, there's water dripping. It's all wet, mossy here from the water. But this cave right here, and I'm standing in the ravine. You know, I was up there, so he came down off that cliff, zipped over here, and probably retreated right into that cave. It's clean too. I took a little peek in there yesterday. It's pretty clean. Now there's another humongous cave. I don't like sitting here. I better move. That's somebody's home. There is another humongous cave around the corner, right underneath the ledge, that I know has been used. See, look at this. This is Mount Raven. Okay. See, I want to get back up top. I don't like being here. I can hear stuff moving up here. See, right down here, there's another cave. The only way you can access it is to traverse through all this mess. But you can see it if I get on the other side, which I'm gonna do. And you can look down and you can see it. So it's a pretty nice cave. And I want to get that filmed. So I might do that. But this is, see, as you can see, this is where he retreated to. From up there. And it's just amazing that he was able to come down off that cliff and move through here so quiet that I didn't hear him. The pads on their feet just make them as quiet as a mouse. So we're gonna get up here. There's another cave up here. This area is just ripe with caves coming through this ravine. The water drips off. And these, I have no idea how deep they go, you know. Like this one, for example. I'm not going to go in there. I have no idea what's in there. It smells like an animal down here, too. I have to be careful because this is also where animals are going to go during the heat because of this water dripping down here. See, this is going to be vitally important to anything on 90-degree days like yesterday. I hate even walking by this cave here. But that's where he retreated to. Pretty awesome. Alright, I'm gonna get up on the other side over here and show you what I found. Get over here so you can see the massive cave that I believe he went into, which is just down the ravine. You can't actually see it except from the other side over here. So we're gonna kill this segment and head up so I can do some climbing and get over there so I can get a better view of it. I'm gonna take some still shots of it too. Unfortunately, I didn't find any prints or anything leading into this cave here. So, but I gotta get up this hill here. So I'm gonna kill this segment right here.